Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. My name is Brian, and today I want to talk about how us as just small investors can use the market like the big boys do. The first thing you need to do is to change the way that you look at the economy. Right now, most people think the economy is terrible and inflation is terrible and prices are terrible. I don't look at it that way. I look at it like because the economy is terrible and inflation is up, that means interest rates are up, which means investment CD rates are up, T-bill rates are up. Changes the way you look. Now, as I say this, I want to put in a caveat here. No matter what the economy is doing, you should always dollar cost average into my preferences S&P 500 index fund, and I'll tell you why. Because it averages 8% over the last 30 years. And we've had some really terrible times during that time, and it's still averaging 8%. So I would always dollar cost average something every month into that fund. Over and above that, into your opportunity fund, and that's where you're going to start being more flexible with your investments. And the question you need to ask yourself always when looking at investment is, where are the deals at? And the deals depend a lot on the economy. The big boys watch that very, very closely. When CD and T-bills and those go up, that's where they put their money. When the economy is down and interest rates are down, they pull their money out of those investments and put it into things that they can finance, like real estate. And I'll tell you another surprising thing. When the economy is what we think is terrible and interest rates are up, luxury goods. That is a time to go buy a luxury car or a boat, or if you've got the money and that's what you want to do, that's the time to do it. When the economy is good and everybody's flush with cash, they raise the prices on those luxury goods. But when the economy gets terrible and the pool gets smaller of people who can buy, they start dropping those prices on fur coats, luxury cars, boats. That's the time. So you need to start looking at the economy in a different way. When you have your opportunity fund, you can always have a little cash to get ready to go. And I'll give you a little bit of foresight. The problem that I have always had is when something is good, I pour all my money into it, and then when it turns around and it's time for another investment, I don't have any cash. So what I do now that I've learned that lesson the hard way is in my opportunity fund, and I did a video on what that is and why you should have one. But if an opportunity is good, I put a dollar cap on it so that I can keep enough in reserve to follow another opportunity. As an example, this last year, actually just a couple of months ago, I had, I don't really remember the amount, 40 or 50K, and I put 20 of it into CDs because they were making over 5%, and I only did it for 7 months. So in 7 months, that 20 will become available. In the meantime, I found an outstanding real estate deal. So I took another part of that cash and I put a down payment on a piece of real estate. So now I've got, and yes, the interest rates are high, but because I got such a great deal on this property, I'm still okay with it. We're going to do great on this piece of property, I hope. But because I had the opportunity fund, because I had a good team and my realtor found a great property, and because the interest rates were up, I managed to capitalize on the high CD rates the great deal on the real estate. And the reason we found such a great deal is it was an estate sale. They owed nothing on the property. And we got it 20% below what they were asking, at least. So that offsets the amount of the interest rates, and we got a new piece of property providing some income. That's how the big boys use the economy. It's not just that they have the money and they throw it at whatever they want. They do it strategically. When the economy gets better and the interest rates start to come down, you will see a lot of money flowing out of CDs and T-bills and flowing in to real estate and bonds. Now here are some general guidelines on what to look for and when to move on using the economy. Always have your opportunity cash well funded. I know it takes time, but start small, but continually add to it. Keep informed of the rates. Know what the CD rates are. Know what the T-bill rates are, ish. And then when you're ready to invest, then get specific, because you'll know if it's good or if you have a general rule what the CD rates are and you walk in to a place and you see it 0.25% higher than every place else, that'll give you a clue. But you got to know your rates. When the economy is doing certain things, whether it's good or bad or in the middle, and you've made your investments, you should always be planning for when the economy changes. As like right now, CD rates are up. I've got half of my cash in CDs making money. The rest of it, I'm stockpiling cash, preparing for when the economy gets better, interest rates come down, then I can go buy more real estate. Hopefully by that time these CDs will have matured. I've made my cash. I'll take the CDs and go put it towards real estate. Always be planning your next move for when the economy changes. Always look for deals. That real estate deal I was telling you about, I was not planning on buying any real estate this year. My plan was just to hoard cash. Just hoard cash until the economy turned around and then go all in on real estate. But because I was prepared and I had some cash, I went ahead and did the deal in real estate. You should always look for deals, always. And again, I want to reiterate, you should always be investing in an S&P 500 index fund, 8% over a 30-year period. You're not going to beat that. Even real estate is only 7%. So you should do that dollar cost averaging all the time. Well, that's the basic rules on how to use the economy like the big boys do. Pay attention, stay informed, and as the economy moves and changes, you'll be able to maximize the amount of money you make, the amount of wealth you build, and the different opportunities that will present themselves because you're staying informed on the rates, on the deals, and on the bargains. Have yourself a great day, a great week, and happy investing.